So the battery had run down on this car. This is my little 283 Chevy. Nothing fancy. Well, got a little thumpy cam in it. But I came down here this morning. I was just going to spin her over a couple times just to see if the battery was hot enough to turn it over. And when I did, it was running immediately. Just immediately. I didn't have to pump any gas or do anything. I ought to get the banjo out and play some music with that. This car, on the other hand, it's been cranking a little crankily. Crankily, is that a word? I go to crank it and it'll kind of hit and miss, and cough and sputter and do some weird stuff. And eventually it'll crank, but it's just not cranking quite like I want it to. And I don't think I've ever had the carburetor off this car. Now this is a carburetor that I bought. Oh, not sure if this is the one I bought for the Rambler, but it's one of the mini carburetors. These little Edelbrock 600 carburetors, they do a great job. And this always ran good. Of course, I tend to take these things apart and clean them and blow them out and put them back together pretty often. I've never done it with that one. So I think what I'm going to do is just, I had a couple more of these. I actually sold 2 carburetors this week. So I'm going to stick this one on there and see how it runs with it on there. And yeah, and then we'll decide, because I could, clean that one. Well, let's just see how it runs if I put this one on. That's my plan. Okay, I swapped out that carburetor. The bottom gasket down here was kind of frayed. I had a new gasket yesterday on the carburetor that I sold, and I let it go. I guess I should have kept it, but I can pick up another gasket to put on there. For the time being, I put a little gasket sealer on there. I've got one carburetor nut bolt that's I don't think it's seated on right here on this corner. So what I'll do is I'll get me a new gasket. I'll take this off. I'll put some kind of bolt sealant, and I'll screw that down in there real good and lock it into place. Then I'll put this all back on. I like that she's idling slower, she wouldn't do that before, but if she was sucking air through that gasket, that would make sense. And I like the idle. It has a little potato kind of sound, which is kind of what you should have if you get one of these cars set up right. If it's idling too fast, you won't get that. If you want to know what that means, just ask Waylon Wire, he can tell you. But I think this is good. I'm happy with it. What I will do is probably change gears. I'm going to work on the rat rod some today. But I kind of wanted to get this out of the way first. So we'll call that good for the moment. I'm going to cut this off, and then we will do something on the rat rod. Oh, the joy.